Good morning, children. I welcome you all to the fourth part of a lesson. So, today we are going to learn about e-banking. So, let us start. E-banking. So, basically, e-banking means what? Performing the banking transactions in an electronic way. That means online. Okay. So, basically, e-banking comprises of internet banking, smart cards, debit cards, credit cards, automated teller machines, charge cards, and phone banking. Okay. So in India, what happens? All the e-banking transactions will be supervised by the RBI. RBI means Reserve Bank of India. Okay. So let us see. So basically what happens? E-banking means it allows transfer of fund from one account to the another account. For example, we can even transfer the fund from savings account to the recurring deposit account or fixed deposit account. Okay. There are several modes of electronic banking. So let us see what are those different modes of electronic banking. First one is ATM. ATM means what? Automated teller machine. So each and everyone knows what is an ATM and how it will be working. So basically ATMs are present at each and every corner of every city and a town. Okay. So for using ATM, it is used for balance enquiries, cash withdrawals and many other facilities depending upon the banks. Okay. So basically this ATM requires a valid PIN. PIN means personal identification number. So basically this PIN is used to insert after the card is inserted into the machine. Okay. So that the transactions will be done. Okay, children. Next one, debit cards. So actually we already discussed that debit cards are already a form of electronic banking. So these cards are used for multiple purposes. What are they? They are used in ATMs for balance enquiries, for cash withdrawals, or also used for shopping at different places. It may be shopping in malls or else even for petroling and all. We'll be using for petrol, buying the petrol also, right? Mobile recharges also. So we are using all these purposes, no? Next, what happens? This debit card automatically when inserted in a machine will be automatically deducting the amount from our account. Okay, children. Next one is credit charge cards. So this charge card, it is used for obtaining a short term loan. Okay, short term loan means for example up to a month. So this particular charge card is similar to the credit card. That means in credit card also we can use the amount in before only. After our using after 1 month they will be giving some amount and we should pay that amount with interest to the bank. Like that only charge cards also will be paying the amount for us in a prepaid. But here we should pay total amount how much we have taken from the bank. Full amount should be paid at a single time. That means there will be no installments. There will be no minimum amount to be paid. Whole amount should be paid in a single time. Okay, children. Next one, electronic fund transfer. So basically electronic fund transfer is used to transfer the amount from one account to the account of another bank. Not the same bank, different bank. Okay. So basically there are two methods of electronic fund transfer, that is NEFT and RTGS. NEFT. NEFT means what? National Electronic Fund Transfer. So it is based on deferred net settlement, that is DNS. That means what happens? All the transactions will be done in batch wise. Okay. And all the settlement of transactions will be received in a cut-off time. For example, they have given a 20 minutes. Within the 20 minutes, all these transactions will be done. Okay, children. Next one, RTGS. RTGS means real time gross settlement. Okay, so it is also used for transferring of funds. Okay, but these are done order by order basis. That means they will be following a particular order, and basing on that order only they will be doing the transactions. There batch wise they will be done the transactions. Here continuous settlement will be done by order. Okay, next point, NEFT is used for low amount transactions, while RTGS is used for high amount transactions. Okay, so as we already know, whenever there is a good, there will be bad also, right? Each and everything will be in science will be learning. Equal action will be having an opposite reaction. Every action will be having an opposite reaction. Like that only, when there is a good, there will be some bad also. So let us see what is the good and what is the bad. Okay, so this e-banking has made our lives easier. It has maintained our lives so easier, so that there is no need of carrying the cash everywhere. Okay, but there is some problems also, like that sometimes we already faced the problems like this. Somebody will be calling and they'll be saying that your account is blocked, so share us your pin, will be making it, unblocking it, like that. So some people, they don't know or having no knowledge regarding this electronic banking, they'll be sharing the information. So what happens? Our amount will be deducted. That means there is a chance of hackers, right? So that is a disadvantage, right? So we should maintain a bit careful regarding this electronic banking. Okay, so now let us see some advantages and disadvantages regarding electronic banking. Advantages. So whenever you want to use an electronic banking, so you should use that particular site only, okay, which is having security regarding our authentication. Authentication means it will be asking our identification, whether we are the correct person who are accessing the bank account. Okay, and it is easy for us to operate 24/7. Okay, we can access our account from anywhere and at any time. Okay, so what does this online payments have done? There is no need of going us personally to the bank. Many problems or many operations can be done from directly in online only. Okay, next one, disadvantages. So e-banking is secure but not always. Okay, so we should not go to a banking site which we don't know clearly whether it is a secure one or not. We should check whether all the banks in which site we are going, it is working under the guidelines of RBI or not. Okay, well, coming to the customer service, it is having quality very low. That means if we go to the bank, the problem is solved immediately. The particular person will be responding to us in an immediate process. But when we try for a customer service, it will be taking a bit late. They won't respond immediately. That means not in all cases. There will be some issues, right? So what does this resembles? Not all the online transactions are immediate. So there are some advantages and some disadvantages in e-banking. Okay, children, so we should use all the online transactions in a careful way. Okay, so I hope you all understood today's class. Let us meet again in the next class. Thank you.